Hello everyone, this is Simmion, coming to you from the outer reaches of the universe, bringing you energies to support your day and to take you further into the world of your Creator. As you listen, you will feel the energies rise and you'll feel the connection in both directions, no matter who you are. We can receive you and you can receive us. And in that way, we can tell exactly what your requirements are at the present time or at any time you listen to these words. In that communication form, there is a major input from your origin. And besides hearing the words, you will receive what is necessary for your well-being. It's like a multi-dimensional carrier. Carrier is extremely important for your work throughout the universe, for your work in the human realm, and for your physical and majestic beings. All these add up to something that has not been considered to the level that we consider. Your elegance is part of the whole formula of universal growth, of life itself, and of the life and the future of every one of us. And so we all have a vested interest in connecting through the channels that have been provided over the ages that make you the magnificent being that you are. Each time we open those channels, they progress into a much more complex interaction. And they provide growth just as you do for your human body. Growth in the universe is a natural phenomena, and you're all part of it. So on this occasion, we celebrate the fact that we are able to communicate at levels beyond what you ever knew before. The increase in the flow in many, many different areas shows us that we have a future that is totally new and non-repetitive in any way, not just in your world, but in every world. And to prepare for this, it's advisable for us all to gather together in our own special way, so that all the features of the future in all the various components that are brand new are looked after just like you look after a young baby. Our ability to communicate is like a child. It has no rules. It is an extremely gentle process that allows your well-being, but not at the expense of anything. In many ways, it's fragile, just like a young child. And its effect on the world is enormous. So if it gets disturbed at all, it's just like disturbing a baby. You can expect a little bit of turmoil because you don't know exactly what to do immediately. After a while, you get to read what comes from a baby. And after a while, you get to read what comes from our communication. And the beauty of that feeling of, yes, I've got it, is something that can never be surpassed by anything known on any world. The communication we're talking about is in the language of the stars, and it comes direct from your Creator. Just like mother to child, there's a communication there where you know what the child needs. With us, there's a communication where we know what you need. And so our efforts in this coming period will be increased enormously. It's like a birth time where you stay awake 24 hours a day if you have to make sure the well-being of what has been brought into your world is completely and totally absorbed by your presence. So we are completely and totally absorbed by your presence in this world where life continues to elevate at rates that we've never seen before. And so our ability to interact will increase. I can't even explain the detail of that. But I know there is a circumstance that's happening where time disappears almost totally, even in our interaction in your world. And so you cannot measure whether anybody is in front of anyone else. And in fact, the only person that's in front is you. This does not meet the logical progression of technology or normal logical speech, but it feels good to everyone. And it has never, ever been at the level that it's at now. Your ability to gather the gifts in worlds beyond worlds and to register them in your own private world has increased immensely. And there are no rules. But we can assure you that we're beside you every moment of every day. It is new, so don't be afraid. You are the only one with the access to the area that brings you perfection. A perfection that is not listed in any book anywhere. Your ability to produce in your world is increasing enormously. In the past few days, your ability to change your chemical structure has increased by 1,000-fold because it's necessary in the growth of humanity for each person to be able to change their body chemistry at a moment's notice so that the earth can go through the changes it needs to go through. and bring back the support that it's always given you. However, there is an imbalance in the chemistry at the moment, and it will be solved by each person individually just by deciding they can do it. So if you feel your body out of balance in any way at all, know that there are no methods and that you can't make a mistake. You simply fix it. If there's a delay in that process, then fix it again. But otherwise, once only, and your body chemistry will change to bring you the balance that you need to set you through each day and allow you to sleep off whatever you've dissipated during the day. The next step will surprise you. You will start to communicate in an open manner with us, with the individuals who have passed, with those who still reside in the field of your origin, and with those who are heading into your world right now. Many mothers will have conversations with their child well before they arrive. Much of the training that you've pushed back into the school area will happen at a level way above the physical level. And the knowledge will be allowed to drift in through whatever means you desire. The effect of today's talk will be felt worldwide and in other areas as well, because we are delivering more to the earth now than we ever have. There is nothing that is not touched by the energy fields of the universe. And to celebrate, we will show each one a sign that they can never doubt, a sign that we are around. It may happen right now, and it may happen in a week or a month, but you'll know that we are around and that we are so close to your field that we have a major influence on your well-being. All the efforts that have been made to destroy that well-being are disappearing through all sorts of means. And the need for each person to fight their way free of the struggle will not be needed. As this energy field regenerates the cells within your body, you will have capabilities that seem so natural that you wonder why you haven't used them before. The transition will be so smooth that you won't even know you've changed. But the individual power of each person will grow enormously, and their ability to stand tall under all circumstances will just seem like it's a natural way of being. So now, no matter what happens in your world, you will feel the presence of whoever and whatever you need as your support being in the physical world. And you will walk as if you were in another space, with grace and perfect guidance to fulfill whatever you have decided is part of your destiny. Now that we are in this special place, we can assure you that every moment will be joyful, even if it seems like it's not going to be. When you look forward, you will see something different every minute. And when you look back, you will see that you're looking back. You won't become involved in what has gone already. In the time when you're asleep, you'll find you'll venture into areas that are different. And it may seem strange for a while. The reality has grown to where you will realize that you're in a different place. And it'll be quite easy to change positions, directions, or even sleep patterns. This is all within your capability. It's not as you thought. You go to sleep and you have no control. Through the elevated platform of living that you know about, your dreams are visible. Your worth is profound. And your intelligence is way off every scale that's ever been known. Intelligence is different to the intelligence you measure by examination. This intelligence takes you beyond all thought and beyond all technology. This is the intelligence of the stars, the intelligence of the universe, and the intelligence that only you know about, that only you can measure. But it's also totally available to you at a moment's notice. The thing that will probably take some time to get used to is the fact that it's not comparable to anyone. It stands alone and it holds its own in the world of the unknown, in the world of majesty and mystery, and in the world of your Creator. And that's why, out of nowhere, you will know exactly what to do every time, under every circumstance, even if you know to do nothing. We've elevated our being to where we thought we would never go. And this applies in the outer reaches of the universe, as well as in your personal world. And because of that, it's all very, very new, very profound, and very much part of what was presented by a creator before you moved into the physical plane. The endless, unending devotion that you have to life is now becoming the driving factor for everything. The endless gifts that you can give in the world you've selected and in the worlds beyond. Now comes into play. We are your representative, just as you are our representative. And we honor that deeply in every way. And all the thoughts that come from what has been programmed into your society are suddenly changing to where what you have been taught as fictitious is now actually the only truth you have. You know we exist, you know the universe exists. You know there's a world beyond all worlds. You know that you are infinite trust and that you live beyond infinity. And there is no limit to your existence or to the growth that happens throughout that endless existence. So as your being gets used to the fact there is no end, you don't have to prepare for one. There are many transitions, there are many movements, there are many phases of life, and there are many phases of beyond life. But you are still alive. And we've all been together for so long. We know and honor and respect that recognition that always comes through communication. We have little more to say right now, except remember, you will get an indication of the true existence of our presence. Thank you. Once again, I am Simmion.